Hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark, and what you see in front of me is the Tata Safari, but this is no ordinary Tata Safari. Now this is the Tata Safari Dark Red Edition. And this one now gets a turbo petrol engine. Yes, you heard me right. Now before this, the Harrier, which is over there, that is also in petrol, and the Safari, which was in diesel before. Both of these were offered in diesel trims, but now this thing comes in a petrol trim. But obviously it gets the same engine as the Sierra, but in a different state of tune. I'll be just telling you that, but let me just show you the car around. So Dark Edition is completely dark. You get these red accents all over, plus this is how actually the car looks like from all around. Now let me start from the front end, and at the front over here, well, the changes on the car as far as the design is concerned, there are no changes. You get some elements here and there, and you get something on the inside as well, plus DRLs running right over there. You get your headlight over here, your cornering light and your fog light right over there, and if you see, you get this small part where there is Safari written inside, where if you can see right over here, there is Safari written. So this is one thing that will distinguish it from the Dark Red Edition, and obviously the turbo petrol variant as well. Front remains the same, the grille remains the same. If we move to the side over here, you can see you get this dark badge with red inserts right over here, the red Safari badging over there, and these are the 19-inch wheels. Just look at the wheel, beautiful looking alloy wheels. You get red calipers at the front and as at the back. And if we talk about the ground clearance of this, 205 mm ground clearance is what this car gets. Now that is how the side profile of the car looks like. Well, you have red calipers at the back as well and red calipers at the front, so gives it that sporty kind of a stance. We look on top over here, you have a functional roof rail, you have a shark fin antenna, big panoramic sunroof, and let's move on to the rear section. So again, the taillight remains the same. It's a wrapped around taillight. You get these elements right over here. Plus if you move to the back, then you get the Safari badging that is finished again in red. And yes, it says auto brakes keep distance. That means this gets level to ADAS. And these are some goodies over here. You see like a lion, and you see his family with the cubs and the lioness. So these are some Easter egg goodies that you get on the car. And electronic boot, well, this is a 7-seater variant, so you can convert it into a 5-seater, and you'll have a decent amount of storage space right over here. Well, that is your control for your vents for the third row, which is a good thing, the amount of air that you want. Obviously the temperature can be controlled from the front as well. So if you don't want the boot space, and if you are like traveling with 6 or 7 people, well, you can get this thing up. And obviously, since it's an electronic boot, you just press a button and the boot will close automatically. Let us quickly go on the inside. Well, starting over the rear section, again you get this red kind of interior, red and black finish, which looks kind of good. Well, this is the center armrest with 2 cup holders. You have a Boss mode right over here, you can see. Now this Boss mode is not there on the Harrier, but it comes on the Safari. Well, this is really useful if someone is sitting over here and this is empty, and if you're being driven by a driver or chauffeur. So what you can do is, if you need more space rather than disturbing him, you can just move the seat ahead and back like this, which is, I think, a very, very good option. So 2 adjustable headrests, and you can see you get these kind of winglets on the headrest, just in case if you want to sleep and your head doesn't want to fall off. So it's a good thing. Third person also should have got like a simple headrest, and this thing can be folded obviously to go inside. You have to go inside from that side. This thing just folds down, and okay, so you can recline this all the way to the back. So there's reclining features as well, and you also get sunshades right over here. You got a JBL sound surround sound system, 10 speakers, one subwoofer at the boot. I'll just show you the other speakers over there. Speaker over here, speaker on the door, your red door handles. Looks good. And now let's move on to the front section right over here. So that is how the front section of the car looks like. Well, you have this dark kind of badging right over here. You can see hashtag dark. But yeah, ventilated seats at the front. You get memory functions for the driver. Both seats are electronically adjustable, but you get memory functions for the driver as well. Ventilated seats have 3 options. that is your window control. Some dark chrome on the door, not your regular chrome. That's it to adjust the ORVM. And yes, the ORVM now gets a new function. So basically when you put reverse, this has memory function, so you set the memory wherever you want. So once you hit reverse, both the ORVMs actually shift down, giving you a view of the ground if you're reversing and if you can't see what's behind. And now let's quickly move on to the inside and start the car. The car is already started. So you can see over here you get this flat bottom steering wheel, again with the illuminated Tata logo right over here. You get the same screen, and yeah, let's brighten things up. The DRL was on. You have your light controls over here, the wiper controls over here, and if you see, this is your digital IRVM. This one is basically a dash cam for the front. Both the cameras, front and the back, have got washers, so just in case if your camera is dirty or it's mucky and you can't see anyone, just have a look at this, the clarity of the camera. So it's very, very clear. Also now you have, so I was saying, yeah, you get the washers. Both the cameras get washers, front and back, and you can wash them and get a clear visibility of what's going on. Soft touch material all over. Now you get this new 14-inch cluster right over here. That's powered by Samsung. It's an OLED screen. Touch buttons over here. That's your another screen for your drive modes. You have normal, you have wet, and then you have rough. So that's basically your terrain mode. By default it will be obviously in the city mode. That's your normal mode. So there's a speaker right over here, so a center speaker, speaker at the back, speakers over there on the door. So in total you have a 10 surround sound system. That is really good. You also see you get a massive panoramic sunroof in this as well, which opens all the way to the back. It has some tint on this, which is a good thing. You have vanity mirrors with lights for the passenger, but no vanity mirror for the driver. I don't know why they eliminated. That's your SOS button. Your passenger airbag, if it's off, it will display over here. Now it's off. Now this can be used as a regular IRVM, if you can notice over here. So it can be used as a regular IRVM and as a digital IRVM as well. So both of them can be used. And yeah, you get ambient lighting if you notice right over here. So you get ambient lighting. And let me now take you outside and show you the engine bay. It'll be a little noisy because the engine is kind of on. So that is the turbo petrol engine. Well, this is the Hyperion engine, which is the 1.5 liter turbo petrol engine, and this thing produces 170 PS of power and 280 Nm of peak torque. Well, obviously the Sierra got the same engine. It's a 1.5 liter turbo petrol as well, but that thing produces around 158 bhp and 255 Nm. But this engine, both on the Safari as well as on the Harrier, produce a little more power. That's 170 PS and 280 Nm of peak torque. It comes with it to an torque converter gearbox or a manual gearbox. Well, this engine is really, really smooth. It drives very nice. It's a powerful engine, obviously more powerful than the diesel one. Very refined engine. The punch in the engine is really, really good because it is now turbocharged. So once you hit the boost, it just shoots ahead. And I think you get a pretty impressive 0 to 100 timing on this. We'll be doing a 0 to 100 timing, so you can go check that reel out on our Instagram feed and as well as YouTube. That's the engine overall. Once again, let me tell you the specifications. So it's a 1.5 liter turbo petrol engine, and that produces around 170 bhp, 280 Nm of peak torque, and comes mated to either a 6-speed torque converter or a manual gearbox. So yeah guys, that was the all new Tata Safari. What you see over there is the Harrier. This is the new Safari, and now both these cars are available in petrol trims as well. So people who are especially staying in Delhi NCR can now easily go ahead and buy this, and they do not have to worry about the 10-year kind of thing which was for diesel cars, because this is obviously a petrol one. This has a lifespan of around 15 years. So I hope you like this video. If you liked it, do give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.